presents a heart-pounding motocross event from the world-famous Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, the Dallas Supercross. With David Bailey, 1983 Grand National Champion. Brock the Golden Boy Grover, 1983 Super Bowl motocross champ. With Ricky Johnson, Johnny O'Mara, Jeff Ward, and Ron the Machine Lachine, 1983 San Diego Supercross champ. And your hosts for this evening's event are Bruce Penhall and Larry Huffman.
Hello, I'm Bruce Penhall at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. The 1984 Dallas Supercross is one of the most grueling motocross events in history. With its dangerous hairpin turns, its thrilling jumps, seizing the moment is no less important than being in perfect condition. Now, these athletes in Dallas Supercross are some of the most respected and the toughest in history of motocross, including Brock Glover, David Bailey, Ricky Johnson, Johnny O'Mara, and the Texas favorite, Kent the Rhinestone Cowboy Howerton. So stick around. Watch these professionals in action. They're dedicated, and they all want to win.
Russ Waitsman is rider number 211. 43, Dave McClain. 491, Guy Cooper. We'll bring you the rest in a short. In the meantime, out on the racetrack, a long way from where we're sitting. Russ Waitsman, the number 1 position. Waitsman is out in front. Jeff Frizz, number 117 from Florida. In 3rd place, Mark Barnett, the bomber. And Keith Bowen running in 4th, and 5th is Johnny O'Mara. 6th place is Dave McClain. 7th, the Hurricane Bob Hanna. Jeff Hicks in 8th. In 9th, rider number 41. Kehoe, Eric Kehoe. There goes Mark Barnett on the inside. He found a line around that big sweeper under the tunnel, under Miller Mountain, and Barnett takes over the lead. There goes Bob Hanna. He's moving up through the back. Hanna now running in the number 6 position. Watch Bob Hanna. Look at him climb over those moguls. Look at Bob Hanna go. Taking an inside line. Look for traction, and he's got it. Hanna moves into 5th. Takes an inside line. That's interesting. Hanna passes one more. Hanna moves up to the number 4 position. It's still Mark Barnett in front. Johnny O'Mara 2nd. Waitsman now dropping back to 3rd. Bob Hanna 4th. In 5th is Bowen. 6th is Jeff Frizz. 7th place, David McClain. Jeff Hicks, Team Tam rider from Atwater, running in number 8 position. In 9th, it's Eric Kehoe. Barnett feeling the breath right now of O'Mara up over the top of Miller Mountain. Look at O'Mara taking an inside line. O'Mara with an inside line, nowhere to go. Barney slammed the door. Barnett passed there just 1 lap ago. 1 lap ago, Barnett made ground and he stayed there. O'Mara outside and losing ground. Let's watch it next time around. It's still Mark Barnett, the bomber in front. Johnny O'Mara. Look at him clear the big vicious doubles. Only 2 riders in this one did it. O'Mara and Barnett. Now Hanna moving into 3rd. Bob Hanna takes over 3rd. O'Mara knife into the inside, takes the lead. Oh, the inside line is hot on this racetrack. There goes Barnett back on the outside. Now Barnett looking for running room. It's still O'Mara. Barnett squeezes the inside. O'Mara up high. There comes Hanna. Hanna charging from 3rd is gaining. He's closing on a rear wheel of Barnett. Watch Hanna. Watch Hanna. Watch O'Mara. Let's see if he moves to that inside line because this is a hot and a fast one. No, he stays outside. Here comes Barnett. Now O'Mara cuts across. O'Mara. Let's see if he takes him again, and he does. And now Barnett nails him. Will Hanna do it? No. Hanna's not going for the doubles. Hanna riding with 2 broken toes. He suffered last week in the Outdoor National. O'Mara again to the outside, inside. Barnett switches lines now. He dives to the inside, as does does Hannah through the vicious moguls in the infield. O'Mara opening up about a 5-bike length lead over Mark Barnett running in second. Bob Hannah third. Keith Bowen fourth. In fifth is still Russ Wageman. Sixth place, Jeff Grizz. Jeff Hicks has moved up to the number 7 position. Dave McLean now running 8th and 9th is still Eric Kehoe. Number 4 position has started to close slightly on Hannah. Hannah has fallen off the pace. 7 riders in the top 7 places go into the semi-event. You're an 8th in Vienna. You have to go to the quarterfinals. We'll explain that format to you a little bit later. Johnny O'Mara opening up a huge lead. He's starting to run away with this one. It's still Barnett running second. And Hannah third. Hannah has dropped slightly off the pace. Keith Bowen, number 68, young Yamaha rider out of Pontiac, Michigan, now running in the number 4 position. He has closed on Hannah. In fifth, number 211 is still Russ Wageman. Sixth place is Jeff Hicks. Seventh is Jeff Grizz. And eighth is Dave McLean. In ninth, Eric Kehoe looking to take over that number 8 position, but only 7 count in this one. 7 going to the semi. Hannah Bowen. Hannah slid out, Bowen got by him, but Hannah right back on top of him. And Hannah back into that number 3 position. Interesting to note, just 1 week ago, Hangtown, 250cc Nationals, Hannah getting a 14th place start off the line, worked his way up, past the leader, and that leader was Keith Bowen, the man currently running in 4th. 2 corners later, Bowen taking Hannah out to the max, putting through a fence. That ended Hannah's races for that moto. I wonder if that's running through this young rider's mind right now. Does he want to take a chance going around Hannah? Hannah owes him one. Continues to open it up. The O show showing the short way around this Dallas track. Barnett still running the second. Barnett the early leader. Here's Hannah still third. Bowen dropping back about 4, maybe 5 bike lengths off the pace of Bob Hannah. He seems to be watching Hannah's line. Bowen could be setting Hannah up for a last lap charge. He could try to get by Hannah on the last lap, but it would be too late for Hannah to do anything about it. We'll watch it. Here's Barnett across the top of Miller Mountain. He's in second. Here comes Hannah in third. Now Keith Bowen in 4th. It's still Wageman running 5th. At 6th, Jeff Hicks. Battle for the 7th place. Now McLean goes down. McLean is down. 7th is Jeff Grizz. 8th place, Eric Kehoe. 7 riders going into the semi. Bowen picking up the pace slightly, and they have closed the gap, closed the distance on Barnett. Now Barnett running in traffic. Barnett had to pause momentarily going into the vicious moguls. Now let's see. Hannah getting sideways again. Now a 2-rider crash. Bowen and a left rider going down. 1 lap to go. Can he do it? Hannah definitely on the move. He's on the charge. Watch Hannah. Watch Barnett. Barnett running in second. Hannah in third. Hannah's on the gas. Hannah charging from the number 3 position. Oh, he'd like to pass Barnett. He'd like to position Barnett right now. Let's see if Hannah will take the doubles this time. No. Barnett knew he was coming. Barnett backed him. Hannah backing off the pace. Now less than half a lap to go. Barnett looked over his shoulder and said, "You want me? Come get me. You're going to have to ride harder than that." Down through the moguls. And Hannah having his problem in that section. Barnett again opens it up. Picks up in that rough section, maybe 4 or 5 bike lengths. It's going to be Mark Barnett holding on to the number 2 position. Here comes O'Mara to take the win. The Osho! Sideways, 1 foot on a peg. What a showman this young man is. Here comes your second place rider, early leader, Greenview, Illinois, the bomber Mark Barnett, and then the Hurricane Bob Hanna.
Behind every successful rider, such as Brock Glover, is a mechanic. And earlier, Bruce talked to Brock's mechanic, John R.
Well, you have to change the gearing, the tires, and set the motorcycle up completely different all the time?
Probably just change the gearing just slightly, maybe, and maybe the tire change.
Do you have a lot to do with Brock's mental attitude?
Yeah, I think when he comes to the race, if the bike is clean, and like you say, everything fits right, and the levers, everything works smooth, that's a big part of it.
The riders on the starting gate. It drops and out in front. Down that front straightaway at close to 70 miles an hour. Oh, look out! Billy Lyles gets slammed into a hay bale and out in front. A surprise. Jeff Serber, a Team Tam rider on a production Honda out of Houston, Texas. Here's Serber, 249 out in front. And running in second spot was 17-year-old whiz kid from San Jose, California, Ricky Ryan on the factory Suzuki. So Serber, the son of an amateur Supercross promoter from Houston, is out in front of this Texas Cotton Bowl crowd. But here comes Ryan, 130 pounds soaking wet, but he is one tough little cookie, and he's closing on Serber. Over the big jump, 60 feet through the air. It is Jeff Serber in front on the Honda, Ricky Ryan on the Suzuki in second spot. 249, Serber over the whoop-de-doo, and Ryan right behind him. Into the right-hand sweeper, Serber goes wide, and Ryan goes to the inside and takes the lead. Ricky Ryan out in front on the Suzuki, Serber in second, and here comes Billy Lyles in third over the whoop-de-doos. Lyles on the factory Kawasaki takes second. Ricky Ryan in front on the Suzuki. Lyles now on the Kawasaki in second, and Jeff Serber now running in third. Back in the middle of the pack, Brock Glover and Ricky Johnson. And Johnson is starting to move up. Here is Ryan, and here comes Lyles passing in midair. So Lyles goes out in front. Ricky Johnson has gone to third now. It is Billy Lyles in front, Ricky Ryan in second, and Ricky Johnson in third. Kawasaki, Suzuki, and Yamaha. And look out, because Johnson takes second. Glover running in fifth spot. Ricky Johnson on the modified production Yamaha goes into second spot, right behind Billy Lyles. Lyles number 12, Johnson number 17. Lyles has never won a Supercross. Johnson won the inaugural Tokyo Supercross in 1982. Billy Bullet Lyles, the pride of Fairburn, Georgia, on the new Factory Works Kawasaki in front. And Ricky Johnson in second spot. They fly over the jumps. Johnson moves up on the inside and challenges Lyles, but Lyles holds on to the lead over the big jump. The Dallas Cotton Bowl Supercross on a beautiful Saturday evening. And Billy Lyles is trying to hold off Ricky Johnson, and Johnson is tough. Oh, look out. Right her down. It's Serber. Jeff Serber, the early leader, goes down. He bounces up like a rubber ball and comes back in the race. Meanwhile, Lyles is trying to block Johnson, and Johnson is on him. Through the whoop-de-doo. Johnson throwing the dice, gambling. He goes to the inside. Lyles tries to block. He blocks him. Billy Lyles in front. Ricky Johnson running second. Moving up now in the third spot. Brock Glover, the Golden Boy from San Diego, California. They get into traffic. This could be dangerous. And there's Johnson passing in midair. Unbelievable. Ricky Johnson read the traffic in front of him and passed him like a snake oil salesman in the night. Johnson in front. Billy Lyles in second spot. Glover has moved to third. But it is Ricky Johnson on the factory Yamaha out in front. Glover hit a hay bale and slammed into it and came back in third. Johnson, 17 in front. Suffered a dislocated hip last year at the St. Louis National. Came back to racing and is stronger than ever. The checkered flag is out, and Ricky Johnson wins the first heat of the night here at the Dallas Cotton Bowl Supercross. Billy Lyles second, Brock Glover third, Ricky Ryan fourth, and Eric Eaton in fifth spot. Let's take a look at a Supercross track from a rider's standpoint. The track cost about $100,000, 600 dump truck loads of dirt, and 2 semis worth of hay bales. 400 man-hours to build and less than 100 to take out this track. Then through the tunnel they go, and then out to the right-hand turn, a high-bank right-hand turn, another series of stutter bumps. It's about 3-foot high jumps. designed to throw the rider off the bike and to work the bike suspension. Then a high-speed straightaway where they reach speeds of close to 70 miles an hour, into a 6-foot-high banking, and then into a series of what they call rockers. Short, very, very difficult stutter bumps. Machine jarring the rider up and down. A right-hand turn, then over a 6-foot jump, then a smaller jump, then another series of stutter bumps.
It's Ward looking on an inside line, or looking for an inside. Now Lachine on the inside. Ward looks set to take that inside. Ward hit from behind is down. Ward smashed into from behind, goes down. He has got a lot of work to do. His work cut out for him as Lachine. Ron Lachine blasting into that lead. It looked like Ward was going to have a clear-cut lead, but then Lachine out of nowhere, and Ward being smashed by the rear wheel by a slower rider, actually, and he has got his problem. Jeff Ward with some kind of a serious problem. If he hangs it up now, he's all done for the night, and that's just what he's doing. Ward giving his bike to team manager Roy Turner, says that's it. He is mad. Jeff Ward stalking off into the pit area. We've seen the last award tonight, and Ward figuring to be one of the favorites in this race. Simply an outstanding rider in this year, 1984. Ron Lachine in the lead. There's Goat Brecker running in the number 2 position. Young Honda rider. Last year he was the Rookie of the Year. Goat Brecker running in second. Clint Hardick, rider number 30, has moved up to the number 3 position. Brett Andrews running in the number 4 position. Fifth position. John Kinhart running in 4th. Goat Brecker all by himself, sliding out the corners. And Brecker now dropping back a position or 2. If he doesn't get started, he'll drop back more than that. Brecker back to 3rd. Hardick moving into 2nd. Ron Lachine way out in front. And look, it shaped up to be a 2-rider battle between Lachine and Ward. Now Ward pulling back onto the racetrack. Jeff Ward pulling back onto the racetrack. He's out there. Jeff Ward apparently had given that situation up and walked away from his bike. All of a sudden, Ward is back and out of the racetrack. Well, we'll see what the ruling will be on that one. Riders number 1 through 7 go directly into the semi. The riders are finishing in 8th through 15th will have to ride a quarterfinal. What we do is set the main event for 20 riders. We start with 4 individual heat races. All riders must participate in the 4 heats. Now, the top 7 riders in each heat race will go directly into the semifinal. The riders who finish from 8 through 15 will have another opportunity to continue with the program by riding a quarterfinal. Now, out of the quarterfinal, the top 4 riders will go into semis. And then from the semis, we weed the riders out into the main event. We do have 1 race in between the semis and the main. That's called the last chance qualifier. And we'll bring you the numbers as we go along. It's all explained in your program. And hopefully by now you've had a chance to slip on out to the concession area and pick one of those fine little programs up. Take it home as a souvenir from this Dallas Miller High Life Supercross. Short work of the big doubles on the far side of the racetrack. 2 riders tonight, or 3 rather, have been double jumping 2 sets of them. Ricky Johnson did it, Brock Glover, and now Ron Lechine is doing it. In heat number 1, Mark Barnett, Robert, and Johnny O'Mara were doubling up a couple of them. Ron Lechine looks just about to be the freshest rider out there in terms of clearing those doubles. He could be a factor in this main event tonight. He's a strong young rider riding Team Honda in 1983, riding Team Yamaha, becoming the Rookie of the Year. Checkered flag now with a big wave as he flicks it sideways off the top of Miller Mountain. Heat race number 4 coming your way. Rider number 1 is David Bailey. Keep your eye on him, Ashton, Virginia. 1983 GNC, number 10, Alan King. 14, Kent Howerton. 28, Jim Holly. 126, Danny Storbeck. Bailey having his problems on the start. He's back in a number 4 position. He got it straightened out and away he went. Rod Smith, number 34, taking a hole shot. Here comes Bailey, squirting into second. Watch Bailey. Bailey has got the lines on his track dial. Look at that. Bailey already into the lead. Rod Smith running second. Third place is Jim Holly, Danny Storbeck in fourth, Ken Howerton in fifth. Alan King running back in sixth. In seventh is Steve Pate. Chris Heiser running eighth. Bailey looking like he had a problem coming out of the hole. He hit the moguls. Moving back into the number 4 position, but inside a quarter of a lap, Bailey moved into the lead. Now Howerton moving into third. Ken Howerton into third. The Rhinestone Cowboy coming out of San Antonio. Howerton looking to take over second. Watch Howerton. He says, I don't like Supercross, but he's sure ripping this one apart tonight. Jim Holly in second, Howerton third. Rob Smith fourth, Alan King now up to fifth. Steve Pate, rider number 76, running back in the number 6 position. And King goes by Smith in the number 4 position. Bailey jetting away with this one. Look at Bailey go. Bailey in the lead now. Howerton again, challenging Holly. The Rhinestone Cowboy from San Antonio, Texas. Side by side, he's got a good line on the inside. Can he hold it? Can Howerton hold that line? Holly on the outside. And Howerton not able to take that number 2 position away from Holly. Holly holds on. Now watch him down through the straights. Neither rider choosing to double up. Now Holly goes for a double. And Holly holds on to second place. Howerton in third. Here comes Alan King. King showing an awful lot of aggressiveness, enthusiasm in this 1984 season. Last week's overall winner in the 250 class, the Outdoor National in Hangtown. Alan King, the top privateer in the Supercross series, riding for Team Tam, and he is leading the 250cc Outdoor National Series. Here's Howerton and Holly going at it again, and here comes King. King moving up to the rear wheel of Howerton across Miller Mountain. Oh, 3 riders going for that number 2 position, a 3-way dogfight. Look at him, look at him. Jim Holly has got second. Howerton and King won it. Holly says, come get it. Howerton, nice to the inside and takes over second. Let's see if Howerton will double it up, because you know Holly's going to do it. No, Holly didn't. And King now challenging for the number 3 position as Howerton opens up a 5, maybe 6 bike length lead in that number 2 position. Bailey, long way gone out in front. David Bailey is your leader. Ken Howerton, the Rhinestone Cowboy, many times a national champion. He did it for Husqvarna many years ago in the open class. Now Howerton riding a Kawasaki, looking for one more before he hangs it up. He says, I'd like to bang off a couple of wins in 1984. What I do in 85, I don't know. It depends on how I feel at the end of 84. This could be Howerton's last year. Alan King on the outside. That has not proven to be the best line around that corner, but Holly leaving the door open for King as he gets wide, but King not able to take advantage of it. It's still Bailey. Now, here comes King. King, Alan King from Team Tam moves into the number 3 position. Both riders side by side, doubling them up. Holly moves back into second as King gets squirrely. Correct that. Holly moving back into third as King gets squirrely. I didn't get that part wrong. King across the moguls. Looked like he hit the front wheel, not quite where he wanted to hit it. The wheel started to slide sideways. King got back on the gas, almost lost it. Now King has his work cut out for him. He has to do it all over again. It's still David Bailey way out in front. Bailey now starting to lap slower riders. Ken Howerton, the Rhinestone Cowboys, San Antonio, Texas owned, running in second. Third place, Jim Holly. Fourth place, Alan King. Here we go. Let's watch them. They're providing all kinds of excitement down through the doubles. Here comes King. Let's see if they nail him again. And they do. Both of them. King on the inside, but nowhere to go. Yes. Oh, side by side, and King almost loses it again. King coming out of that vicious set of doubles. A right-hand U-turn, got on the gas a little bit early. Bike going sideways on a old flat track. Watch King. Watch King. King hits a hay bale. tell you what, if it wasn't for bad luck, King wouldn't have any at all tonight. Watch him setting up again for the doubles. Here they come. King seems to gain ground as he comes through. Look at this, King double an extra one. Now King is slowing down. And Holly right back. King takes over the number 3 position. He'll cut down inside and try to hold it. Look at Holly trying to knife underneath him. Nowhere to go. And this time, King gets his rhythm dialed down through the vicious mogul. And King holds on to 3rd. David Bailey takes the white flag off Miller Mountain last lap. Howerton still holding on to the number 2 position. Rider number 14 in the Kawasaki, Alan King. Charging from 3rd. King is really on the gas. But he's going to need a break or two from a couple of lap riders if he's going to take the measure. Jim Holly, I think, has just taken over the lead at the Coca-Cola Catapult. He moved the stick. Where they're jumping is down at the end of the racetrack, closest to the entrance of the pit. White flag is out, last lap action. Here comes Bailey. Takes a checkered flag. He gets it flat, a pancake flyer off the top of Miller Mountain. Here comes Howerton. Ken Howerton's going to run into that number 2 position. It's going to be Alan King running 3rd for Team Tam, and 4th it's going to be Jim Holly.
David Bailey, last time I talked to you, the champagne corks were flying. You won the 1983 Supercross Championship. Is there any pressure on you now? I know you started out a little slow, not really, but was there any pressure being the champion and starting the new season?
There was. I put it all on myself, though, I think. A lot of people told me that it would be a problem, my father and stuff. He's been in my footsteps, and he tried to advise me that that would happen, and I still put it on myself a little bit, but I've overcome that now, and I've been winning a lot of races, so I feel really good about my season.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the first couple events, but I think you've won the last 5 events in a row or something like that, and you're just 6. Sorry about that. You're just you're doing very, very well. You just came back from Paris. You won the Supercross over there. Things look to be going really good for you. Are you happy so far?
I'm real happy. I just wish that after Anaheim I hadn't hurt my foot. I hurt my foot then, and in Seattle, which was rounds 2 and 3, I didn't do that well. I finished a 10th and a 7th. So that's got me pretty far back here in the Supercross series, but hopefully if I can win tonight and keep winning, I'll get myself close enough within the striking distance for the last race, and hopefully I can put myself in Mark Barnett's position where all he had to do was just beat me and ride like heck last year, and he came up close, but it wasn't enough.
Obviously you want to win the Supercross again this year. You want to retain your title. What about the Nationals? Do the Nationals mean more to you than what the Supercross does, or is it about the same?
No, the Supercross is the most important to me because everybody's involved. I have a lot more fun in the Nationals because it's more real motocross, but the Supercross is just all the excitement, and it seems the most important and the biggest one to win. So that's on my list, you know, as far as being the most important. And it's just too bad because that's the one I'm the furthest out in right now. I'm 4th. And the 500 Nationals, they've had 3 races so far, and I've won every single moto. So I'm really pleased with my season so far in the 500s. I didn't know what it would be like because I did make the switch from 250s last year. So hopefully I can improve on my Supercross finishes and get them both running real close.
Let's get back to your father, Gary Bailey. He's been so tremendous in your career, actually, helping you out so much. He was a great rider himself, and he still is. He really is. He's helping a lot with your mental attitude, it seems like, with being champion and just keeping the pressures within you, I guess.
Well, he's just got good advice, and you know, he hasn't been able to go to as many of the races this year as I would like him to, but he's been doing his schools. He just got back from South Africa, and he does. He's doing a lot of them right now, so I'm getting a little bit less help, but we just got together this week and we've sort of touched on a few bases and, you know, talked about strategies and things for from here on out towards the end of the season on what I need to do to get into the lead in the Supercross, and mainly just relax, you know, because we've discussed and analyzed, you know, when I do well in the Supercross, and it seems like it's just when I'm really relaxed and just real, you know, loose. And when I worry about it too much and think, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, and worry about so-and-so, I just get tight. Your arms get tight and you can't ride. So mainly just relax and just go out there and have a good time like I'm out practicing, because that's when I ride my best.
Yeah. David, you have to be in great shape to ride stadium motocross and your national motocross. Now, you've had your injury. Has that put a hindrance on your training a little bit, and has that put you behind a little bit?
Well, I lost out about, you know, 60 miles of running or so, you know, during that time. What I just do, I just ride as much as I can and I run as much as I can, and the rest of the time I just stay active and do, you know, stretching and things. So I would much rather it was an arm or something, you know, where I could still run. I lost a lot of endurance then. And
this track seems to be a little tighter and the surface seems to be a little bit harder. Does this hinder your style at all, or does it bother you? It doesn't make a bit of difference, I guess, huh?
No, because when I practice on tight situations in the woods and things, so the tighter the better for me, and I'm tall, so the more steeper they make things and more obstacles, the better. I didn't even race here last year. I was riding a Friday night during a press conference type of thing, and I went off a jump and didn't fall at all, but my foot slipped off the peg and I sprained it real bad, and I spent this weekend in the hospital. So I'd like to try to make it through the main event tonight and, you know, pull off a good strong finish. And I don't know. It seemed like the hard surface last year was the result, you know. I mean, that was what caused me to make the mistake. They've softened it up quite a bit, and the track looks pretty good. I haven't got a chance to ride on it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Great. Best of luck to you, and keep that #1 on your back, huh?
All right, thanks.
We go now to the semi, and what a lineup it is. Number 5, Johnny O'Mara. 3, Brock Glover. Bob Hurricane Hanna. Mark the Bomber Barnett. They line up, and there goes the gate. Down the front straightaway. Who's got the whole shot? It looks like Hicks for 22. No. Glover slams into Hicks, drives into the outside, and takes the lead. Brock Glover, the golden boy of El Cajon, California, out in front, number 3. And a tangle back in the pack, and down goes Mark Barnett. And Barnett is down hard. The former Supercross champion could be out for the night. Meanwhile, out in front, Brock Glover setting a blistering pace over the giant jump. Glover is not accustomed to getting hole shots, but when he does, he's dangerous. It is Glover in front. Here's O'Mara going to second through the tunnel. Johnny O'Mara on the factory Honda has gone to second behind Glover and is putting the pressure on Glover. Brock Glover, the golden boy, out in front, the youngest national champion we've ever had. He was a 125 title holder when he was only 17 years old. Here's O'Mara, goes down. Oh, O'Mara slams into the second of a double jump and is down. He's up. Tries to get the bike started. He's back in the fray. Glover in front. Whiting and Hicks battling for second. Another rider down. It is 117, Jeff Frizz of Orlando, Florida. I guess you could say he's on the Frizz. Meanwhile, Brock Glover out in front, reading the track beautifully. His lines absolutely superb. Over him with the precision of a brain surgeon. Look at him go. Lands, puts the Yamaha just where he wants it. Here is number 12, Billy the Bullet Lyles. Gets a bad start, now moving up to the pack. Brock Glover in front. Ricky Johnson now starting to move up. It is number 3, Glover in front. Johnson now battling for second spot with Hicks and Whiting. Here's O'Mara back into the battle. Number 5, Johnny O'Mara, is fighting his way back up after going down earlier. And here is Johnson now going into second spot. Number 17, Ricky Johnson. So this could be a problem for Brock Glover as his teammate, Ricky Johnson, is putting the pressure on. There's Glover, number 3, and there's Johnson, number 17, as they go with the big jump. The white flag out. All Glover has to do is hold on for one more lap. 1 lap to go in this Dallas Cotton Bowl semi. And number 3, Glover, is trying to hold on with his fingernails. And here comes Johnson. Ricky Johnson almost slams into Glover. That woke Glover up. He knows now Johnson is gaining on him. The final lap, a half lap to go over the whoop-de-doos. You read him wrong, you're in trouble. And that's exactly what, look out, that's exactly what Glover did. He read it wrong, and Johnson takes over the lead, goes by Glover, and has got the lead. Oh, what a tough break for Brock Glover. Johnson flying over the jump, and the crowd is happy about this. Ricky Johnson takes the lead in the final lap. The starter reaching for the checkered flag. Oh, look at that incredible sideways finish. The crowd loves it. So it is Johnson, Glover, O'Mara, and Jim Hollywood Hawley. Earlier, Jeff Ward in his heat race had some problems. Let's take a look back at that heat. Ward slams into the final jump of a series of whoop-de-doos and is down hard. He gets back up again and is down for 2 laps before coming back into it. Now, semi number 2, David Bailey, Ron Lachine, Ken Howerton, and Jeff Ward. Here's the start. They fly down the straightaway into the left-hand turn, wide enough for only 3. Scratching and clawing, and it is number 1, David Bailey, the Grand National champion, coming out in front. Ron Lachine, number 7, also in the factory Honda in second spot. The Rhinestone Cowboy, Ken Howerton, in third. Bailey on the sweeper and over the jumps. Beautiful style. He's out of Axton, Virginia. The son of Gary Bailey, a former motocross star of the early 70s, and he's taught his son well. Bailey out in front. Number 7, Ron Lachine in second. Ken Howerton, the Rhinestone Cowboy, third, and here comes Jeff Ward. Bailey slams into the second jump of a double jump. That shook him up. And that will, too. That'll crack a frame on you. Bailey in front. Lachine, number 7, in second. And here's Ward, number 4, in third. Ward is a tough little cookie from Mission Viejo, California. And he goes by Lachine. Passes Lachine before the turn. And here comes Lachine back. Lachine's mad. Whoa, and Lachine almost goes down. They come out to the mechanics' turn, and the mechanics scatter. It is Lachine and Ward side by side, and handlebar to handlebar. Over the jump, Honda versus Kawasaki. Lachine, number 7, in front, over the jump. Here is Ward on the inside, drives Lachine to the outside. A beautiful move by Ward. Jeff Ward, number 4. Now they are battling for second spot. Bailey, meanwhile, is way out in front. Jeff Ward, number 4, in second spot. Ron Lachine licking his wounds in third. Over the whoop. Here's Bailey, number 1, out in front. They get into traffic. It is still Jeff Ward and Ron Lachine battling for second. Bailey in front. A big lead he's built up. Over the whoops, he's having fun. Meanwhile, back in second spot, Ward and Lachine are going at it hammer and tong. Over the series of whoops. Jeff Ward holding on to second spot. Lachine trying to get back at him. David Bailey in front. Here is Jeff Ward going around a lap rider, and that's dangerous in this close racing. The white flag out, 1 lap to go. Ward is in second. Lachine is running in third spot, back behind the lap rider. Meanwhile, Bailey, number 1, in front, and here's the checkered flag, and David Bailey takes it home. Bailey takes the win, Ward second, Lachine third. Bruce Penhall's down on the starting line talking to the riders lined up for the main event.
What do you think, Johnny? Had a little crash your last heat. How do you feel?
Well, I don't feel bad. I didn't crash that hard. I just, my pride, but I hope to be right in there in this race, maybe win it.
Okay, buddy. Good luck, man. Everybody's wanting you to win.
Okay, thank you.
David, what do you think?
I don't know. I just don't think I'm here at the start. I know what I have to do already. Everything's already computed in there, and I just let it happen. 2 great heat wins. You look great out there. Best of luck. Thanks.
Okay, let's get Brock. Get out of the way. Brock, what do you think? Final coming up, buddy?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. A lot of guys are going real fast out there, so we'll have to see what happens. Hope we get a good start.
Well, you don't look too slow yourself, though, huh?
Oh, yeah, I have to get jumping those double jumps, I think. I hit my face really hard in the first race and kind of cut my lip up, but I think I'll have to do it for the main event or I won't be competitive.
All right, Brock. Best of luck. Jeff, how about a quick word here before you start out?
Well, I just hope to get a good start, as usual, and
just keep it cool for the first 3 or 4 laps and try to get out in the lead and then break loose from there.
You had a great semifinal with Ron Lachine, and you got by him. You had swapping back and forth a little bit, but you finally you got through and you transferred. The first heat was a little rough for you, but who cares? You're in the final.
Yeah, I guess all that counts. I lost a few points there. Don't like to fall down on the first lap and lose a lot of positions, but semi improved. I felt good, so I feel good for the main.
Great. We won't keep you. Good luck.
Thanks, Bruce.
Okay, Ricky. Ricky, what do you think?
Well, so far, Bruce, I had a real good night. Won my qualifier, won my semi, and my times are looking good. So I think the race is going to be between me and Bailey because we seem to have the fastest times, and we've both won our qualifiers and semis.
You look great in your heat races, semis. Look really good. Best of luck.
Thank you very much, Bruce.
Moving a little terrain out of the way here, Ronnie. What do you think?
Huh? Yeah, a little bit.
Now, what is it you're actually doing right now, then?
Well, I'm getting it smooth here so I don't spin when I'm leaving the gate. Getting all the excess dirt, making sure there's nothing in my way out there.
All right, man. Good luck.
The stage is set for the main event. Grand National Champion #1, David Bailey. He'll be going up against an old nemesis of his, Brock Glover out of Southern California. Glover #3, and there's his mechanic, John R., who Bruce talked to earlier, right behind him. Last year at the Rose Bowl, the Super Bowl of motocross, these two went at it the entire race. In the heat race, #11, David Bailey took the whole shot. #6, Glover was right behind him, and they rattled handlebars back and forth for the entire heat race. Bailey took the heat. Then in the semi at Pasadena last year, Glover and Bailey again went at it. Glover, right behind Bailey, slammed into his rear tire and stalled the bike. Bailey went on to win the semi. Glover won the main event. And here we are in Dallas. #4, Ward, #3, Glover, and #1, Bailey. They go off the line. Johnson moves over and cuts off his teammate, Glover. They go into that first turn. Several riders down. The main event underway. It is Bob Hurricane Hanna, #6, on the factory Honda in front. And O'Mara, his teammate, takes the lead. Johnny O'Mara takes the lead over Hanna. O'Mara, #5, over the jumps. Oh, O'Mara getting a little sideways. It is Johnny O'Mara in front. Hanna running second, and here comes Glover in third. Johnny O'Mara out in front at the end of the first lap. Bob Hurricane Hanna in second, and Glover moving up on Hanna in third. The crowd watching O'Mara as he rockets through the tunnel. Hanna trying to hold on in second spot. He came back after an injury tonight for this race. Glover in third. But Johnny O'Mara is out in front, flying 10, 15 feet in the air over the jumps and landing kind of hard. Johnny O'Mara, #5, won the 125 USGP back in 1980 and got picked up for a factory ride by Honda immediately afterward. They go over the whoops. You can see the tremendous pounding the bikes and the arms take. Johnny O'Mara in front, and Jim Hollywood Holly has taken second. Glover in third, Hanna dropping back behind Bailey. Bailey running in fourth. It is Holly moving up. Johnny O'Mara in front. They rocket over the jumps. Holly battling Glover for second, a rider down. Johnson runs into the fallen rider. It's 211, Les Wageman. He's up, he's okay. #28, Jim Hollywood Holly battling Brock Glover for second behind O'Mara. And here comes Bailey trying to move up over the big jump. Glover on the inside, passing, now going to the inside. And Bailey trying to go around. It is O'Mara, Glover, and Bailey. Holly running in fourth spot. Brock Glover trying to hold on to second. Bailey is putting the pressure on him. These guys are tough. They've got to be in top physical condition. Here's Glover to the outside, Bailey to the inside. Bailey comes back, Glover comes back. Oh, Bailey down, Glover down. Launching the bike into the stands, incredible. And Glover is furious. Bailey trying to get the bike started. Meanwhile, out in front it is Johnny O'Mara, completely oblivious of this unbelievable battle behind him. And Glover is going to take his bike out of the cheap seats to stay in the race. Oh, what a terrible break for Glover. So it is Johnny O'Mara in front. Ron Lachine now in second spot. Here is Ward passing Holly and Hanna. Only Toledo. Jeff Ward passes on the outside, then on the inside. Wow! Jeff Ward is moving up on the leader, Johnny O'Mara. 5 out in front. Here's second place, Ron Lachine, number 7. And here comes Jeff Ward right behind him. They're into traffic, into lap riders. Over the big jump, Lachine, number 7, in second spot. Ward, number 4, in third. O'Mara, number 5, is leading. Ricky Johnson has gone to 4th spot, but it is Ward trying to pass Lachine. Johnny O'Mara in front. This is the battle for second. Ward and Lachine. Ron Lachine, number 7, Jeff Ward, number 4. It is Honda versus Kawasaki over the jumps. And there's Ricky Johnson right behind him, hovering in 4th, trying to get close enough to pounce. Your leader is Johnny O'Mara, but Jeff Ward and Ron Lachine are battling for second. Here's Ward on the outside. Lachine shuts the door on him. They go over the jumps. Ward hammering at Lachine. Ward to the inside, over the big jump. Ward and Lachine battling for second spot. Johnny O'Mara in front. Lachine trying to block Ward. Ward on the inside, looking for a hole. And he's got it. No, Lachine blocks him beautifully. Lachine, number 7, Ward, number 4, and Johnson, 17. They're back. Oh, and Ward almost goes down, but saves it and goes in front. So Jeff Ward has taken second. Lachine is third, and Ricky Johnson. Now Johnson passes. Johnson goes to third. Over the big jump. It is Jeff Ward in second, Ricky Johnson in third, Lachine in 4th, but O'Mara, completely oblivious to the battle for second, is out in front. David Bailey back around 4th spot. Johnny O'Mara, oh Johnny, go. In front, he waves to the crowd. The checkered flag comes out. A sideways shot of Johnny O'Mara. Ricky Johnson second, Jeff Ward third. Let's go down to the field for Bruce with the interview with Johnny O'Mara.
Johnny O'Mara, great win today in the Cotton Bowl. What do you think?
Sure, it just feels great. You know, I've won a few times this year, and it just keeps on getting better and better.
You know, I was watching the start. You didn't actually make a great start to the first corner, but you came out of the first corner first. You know, it was just, I think it was being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I had a choice of going outside or inside. I figured, since the start is so tight, that I would have a better shot on the inside, just basically stopping right on the pivot point, and everyone would drift wide. It just worked perfect.
Supercross is directed by Edward Lapel. This has been a Recreation Network Sports Special. Executive producer Tom Tatum. Promotional consideration provided by Continental Airlines.